Hello, hello, hello. Top of the morning to ya, matey. Hey, did you know that in that movie Snatch? Yeah, that movie Snatch. It came out like 26 years ago. I don't know, 2001. Directed by Guy Ritchie. Brad Pitt, he wasn't able to pull off a British accent, and so he had to play that character that was kind of like Irish. He looks like a fighter, aren't you? He looks like a fighter, ain't you? But you couldn't even hardly understand what the guy was talking about. He looks like a fighter, aren't you? What was the other part of that movie? You like dags? You like dags? Oh, sorry. Oh, dogs. I love dogs. And then what else? What else? How we do? This accent is horrible. How are we doing on sausages, Tommy? Oh, 2 minutes, Turkish, 2 minutes. Anyways, really good movie, really good movie. Guy Ritchie. Name of the movie is called Snatch. Gotta go see it. I was driving to work a couple days ago, and people who know me are like, "Well, what do you mean you're driving to work? I thought you work from home." Well, I do work from home, but I work in an office 2 days out of the week. You know, it's just 2 days, so it's not that bad. But I'm driving in. I grabbed a coffee on the way to work because I ran out of coffee. You know, what a sad day when you go to go make some coffee and there's just nothing. The coffee grounds are gone. And so anyways, I grabbed a coffee and I'm driving, chilling on the way to work, and all of a sudden I go to take a sip and I just don't know what happened. Like a bunch of it just like it just fell out of my mouth or out of the cup and it just went straight down to my shirt. And I'm just like, oh, my day. Oh, no, my shirt. Oh, what am I going to do? I'm wearing like a collared shirt, bro. And luckily I had some napkins in here, and the color of the shirt was the right color to where it didn't matter. Everything, it was a brown shirt. No, it wasn't a brown shirt. It was a gray shirt. And I used the napkins and problem solved. And let's keep it moving. Keep it moving. I remember one time I had to wear a white shirt at an office job. And what was I eating, man? Like, it was like a bunch of like taco sauce just like went straight down my shirt. And I had a white shirt. I didn't have an extra shirt. And so luckily I had a jacket. And so like I wore a jacket the rest of the day, and everyone's like, what are you wearing a jacket for? Or why are you wearing a jacket? It's like Las Vegas, man. And, anyways, that happened. Pretty embarrassing to be honest. Uh, but you know, you gotta roll with the punches. You gotta keep it moving. Gotta keep grinding. Gotta keep shining. Gotta keep rhyming. Hey, there's one thing that, what does it mean nowadays when someone says, actually? Actually, it's kind of funny how when people just start using words a certain way, like the definition changes. I saw a video where this guy, he was like a younger guy doing a prank video, you know, on the YouTube, and someone's filming him. He grabs this guy's hat who's working out and puts it on his own. He grabs his hat and wears it. And the guy who owned the hat was like, "Come on, man, give me my hat back." And he's like, seriously, come here. And the guy who took his hat like stepped up a little bit, like a little closer, and the guy slapped this guy super hard. And the guy who's wearing the hat, his response was, actually? Actually? And the guy goes, yeah, actually. But I'm just like, what? So you just, instead of saying, man, did you really just hit me? Like he was able to shorten it to one word, actually? And so now I'm hearing, like if I say something to my daughter, like, oh yeah, you know, I ran a marathon when I was in high school. She'll say, actually? And I'll be like, oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go. Here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go. You know, there's just certain words. And then when I try to say the words, because I'm a 45-year-old dad, you know, my kids are like, oh, dad, don't say that. Oh, like what's the other thing? Like, oh, if you do something that's really cool, they say, oh, that's so tough. That's so tough. And it's like, really? What was so tough about it? Or the other one is uh oh, it's diabolical. Diabolical. And then crash out. Yeah, so it's just like whatever, bruh. Oh, then you got that, bruh. Everyone says bruh. Girls call girls bruh. I take my daughter to a gymnastics class, and there's two different teachers, and one teacher at one point was like, all right, switch. You know, they're on stations. He's like, switch. Then he goes, oh no, I actually said it wrong. He's like, oh, water break. And then he goes, oh, never mind. I need you to go to the last station. And one of the girls goes, bruh. And he goes, and then the instructor just goes, sorry. But it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, you know, it's just like words, you know what I mean? It's like words and words, you know. When did this start also become popular? Like, one person says something, like, let's see, what could be one thing that one person says, oh yeah, I'm like a really big fan of board games, but I'm not really a fan of like D&D. And then there's another person who says, they just go, same. I don't know, man. It's just like it's just like shortened words, like with definitions and and then yesterday I remember this happened. I was like talking to one of my buddies, and we were in person, and I was like telling him about this book that I was reading, and I'm like, oh, let me send it to you. And so I went to go like Google it, and then I was gonna send him a link, you know, to probably Amazon. Then he goes, oh, I found it. And I'm like, what do you mean you found it? He's like, oh, I typed in something into Chat GPT, and it just found it for me. And I'm like, really? You couldn't wait for me to just, I'm right here. You couldn't wait for me to just send you Chat GPT. Chat GPT. Yeah, you know me. Uh Sorry about that. Yeah, so words, man. Words. You know, and then I start this podcast. I remember when I started, one of the things that I wanted to do was make sure that I'm not saying certain words like and yeah. Ah, gosh, I got another notification right in the middle of the podcast. Gosh. Anyways. Oh, and see that word that I just said, anyways, that was another word that I wasn't supposed to be saying. So I'll just continue on. You know what I'm saying? There's another one. Yeah, you're not supposed to say that either, because that's just it's just like a default thing that you do. I mean, what are the words that you say? No one's going to answer in the comments. So, you know, just forget I even asked the question. But, yeah. Oh, there's another one. You know, you have like that awkward pause, and you're like talking, and then you just go, yeah. No one says that. No, there's no reason to say yeah there. Do you know what I mean? Oh, man, it's hard, man. Imagine having to like just say a bunch of words like in a speech and whatever, and they gotta sound all good and clear, and you know, you can't stutter. You ever notice in movies how no one ever stutters on words, or in shows? And it's just like, that's not real life, man. You know, that's not real life. So what is the point of all this? The point of all this is that do that, 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 that. Now, the point of all this is that words change, and don't just give in to the society norms, and don't just agree to fit in just because everyone else is saying it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, man? Yes, I know exactly what you're saying, young fella. Yes, I understand. I get it. Sorry, this is just a lot of me. Oh, that's another thing you're not supposed to say. Sorry. Yeah, what am I apologizing for? This is my podcast. I can do whatever I want on here. I can say whatever I want. I can say like, yippity yeah, if I want to. I mean, if I really want to, I can just be like, yabbity doo, yabba dabba doo. Yeah, no one knows what that means. No one knows what that means anymore. Unless there's going to be a new movie that's going to come out with the Flintstones. It'll be a 500th remake of the cartoon show. I mean, what does that mean? What does that even mean, what I just did? When I go, does that mean like, oh man, I can't believe it? I think it does, but it's just one sound. Anyways, I said it again. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate you listening. Actually, I checked my stats on my podcast. I got 1 new follower. I couldn't believe it. I went almost like a month without uploading anything. And then I uploaded the last 2 episodes. One was about the Backrooms movie. And I talked a little bit about the Backrooms, the Kane Pixels. And I realized I spelled his name wrong. Duh! So I talked about that. And then I also I did like a little review of that other movie, which I can't remember. Oh, Hail Mary. Yeah, Hail Mary. With The Rock. With the Dwayne Rock Johnson. Nah, it was with, sorry, pardon me. I think I have some indigestion. What's his name? What's the actor's name? Oh, Ryan Gosling. And the other character in the movie, he called him Rocky, but he was an alien. But he was really just a puppet. It wasn't real. He didn't have a face. And yeah. Exactly. So, one of my friends like, oh man, you're like, what are you like, a movie critic now? What are you, like, a movie critic now? Man, you sound so dry, man. I'm like, oh, thanks a lot, man. You're such a good friend. You sound so dry in these last episodes. I'm just like, man, wait, what happened to Charles? And I'm just like, you know what? Where's your podcast? What episodes are you uploading? Man, you think you have the audacity? Actually, you're gonna criticize my podcast for saying I'm too dry? You know what? Someone else told me, oh man, you need to loosen up, man. And I'm like, you know what? You know what you need to do? You need to, actually, I just said thanks, whatever. Cause no one has to listen to this. No one has to listen to this. But yeah, there was something else. Oh yeah, there's something else I wanted to say that happened. I was in a conversation with one of my friends, and it was like really ridiculous. But what had happened was, oh yeah, so we were talking about like, him and I've been trying to like work on trying to lose some weight, eat better, eat healthy. And so me and that particular friend we're always like talking about the same stuff, like, how's it going, man? How's your weight going? Oh man, I was at Jack in the Box. All that type of stuff. And so he told me one night recently, he's like, oh yeah, well, the family wanted In-N-Out, so I just guess I had to get In-N-Out. And he's like, but the good thing is, before I ate the burger, I ate like a carrot. And I'm like, you ate a carrot? And he's like, yeah, just like a raw carrot. I'm like, so you ate a carrot and then you ate the burger and the fries and the soda? And he's like, yeah. He's like, it was a big carrot too. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't care if it was a big carrot or a small carrot. I don't think that makes a difference what you did there. You don't just, it's like if you want to say eating the In-N-Out was bad, like, I don't know, maybe unhealthy, I don't know, whatever. You think eating the carrot is good, so that just offsets it? Like if I decide, oh, I'm going to go rob a bank, but before that I give $10 to a homeless guy. I did something good before I did the bad thing, So it's like, it's fine. It's fine. Um, but yeah, that's not really how it works. And you know what? This has been almost 16 minutes of just nothingness. I just saw a squirrel run through the background. Nature. All right. I think it's about time. If you listen to this and you made it all the way to 16 minutes and about 15 seconds, I appreciate you.